It is confirmed that you will be replaced by someone soon due to. Watch immediately. Archangel Michael says, I must speak to you without delay, for what I am about to reveal will shake you deeply and prepare you for what is coming. There is a shifting in the spiritual and earthly realm around you, and it is no longer hidden. It has already begun. The signs are in motion, the decisions are being whispered in rooms you cannot enter, and the energy in the air has changed. Someone has already been positioned close to where you stand, not by accident, but by intention. This person carries an assignment not from heaven, but from forces that wish to strip you of the place, influence, and calling you have carried for so long. They want what you have. They are studying your every step, watching your weaknesses, learning your patterns. They want to be the one standing where you are standing now. You feel the unease, don't you? That strange heaviness when you enter a certain room. The way certain people suddenly avoid your eyes. The quiet conversations that stop when you walk past. This is not paranoia, this is discernment. Your spirit is catching the undercurrents of a plan designed to replace you. But I must tell you something crucial: replacement is not always defeat. Sometimes heaven allows the shaking so that you will step into something greater, while those who try to take from you inherit something they cannot carry. But here's the danger: if you are not spiritually awake, the enemy will make you believe you have lost everything, when in reality, you are being shifted to something far more powerful. They will attempt to provoke you into anger, into rash decisions, into abandoning your post before the appointed time. They will create situations to test your patience, hoping you will react instead of respond. The enemy knows that if he can get you to move on emotion, you will leave the very place God still intends to bless you. I have seen the one who has been positioned. They look harmless on the surface, but there is ambition beneath their smile. They will offer help, they will seem loyal, but their heart is fixed on taking your position. They have already begun to influence others with subtle words. Do not confront them in rage, for that is what they hope for. Instead, stand in unshakable calm and let your wisdom outshine their schemes. Heaven will make their plans collapse without you having to lift a finger, but only if you remain in alignment with divine instruction. Your replacement is being prepared in the natural realm, but your promotion is being prepared in the spiritual realm. And the spiritual always outweighs the natural. You are not being removed to be forgotten, you are being transitioned to a place where those plotting against you cannot reach. You must endure this short season of testing, for once the replacement steps into your current space, they will quickly crumble under the weight you carried with grace. All will see the truth, and you will be elevated before their very eyes. Guard your heart in the days ahead. Speak less. Pray more. Do not reveal your moves to anyone, no matter how close they seem. Protect your vision, for vision is the currency of destiny. Those who do not see as you see will never understand the battles you fight in silence. Keep walking as though you know nothing, let them believe you are unaware, for the element of divine surprise is about to be your greatest weapon. The enemy thinks this replacement is a victory, but it is a setup for their humiliation and your public honor. Every plot against you is being rewritten as a testimony in your favor. But this will only come to pass if you stay firm, refuse to panic, and wait for heaven's timing to reveal the truth. And I tell you now, a window of decision will open for you soon. You will either step into a place prepared for your increase or remain fighting for something heaven has already called you out of. Listen for my voice in the stillness. I will guide you when to move and when to stand. You will not be left empty-handed. Remain ready. Your true position is greater than the one they are trying to take. Archangel Michael says, you have sensed it in the quiet moments at the strange feeling that something is shifting under your feet, like the ground beneath you is no longer as steady as it once was. This is not your imagination. The spiritual realm has been stirred, and the movements of certain people around you confirm that a decision has already been made in secret, a decision to replace you. Not because you are unworthy, but because your light has grown too bright for those who dwell in shadows. I must tell you this truth without softening it. Someone has been silently preparing to take your place. This is not sudden, it is the result of whispers, plans, and small manipulations that have been happening behind your back for weeks, perhaps months. Their goal is not only to stand where you stand, but to erase your influence so that no trace of you remains. They think that by moving you out of the way, they will rise higher. But what they cannot see, and what I am sent to remind you, is that heaven does not measure positions the way man does. To them, the role you hold is simply a chair, a title, a space to occupy. But to heaven, you are not defined by the seat you sit in, you are defined by the anointing you carry. They may take your position, but they cannot take your purpose. They may stand in your place, but they cannot carry your weight. This person is clever. They have watched you carefully, noting your strengths but also searching for weaknesses. They will try to make you appear less capable without openly attacking you. They will position themselves as more agreeable, more convenient, more fit for their role in the eyes of others. And they will smile at you while doing it. This is why you must not engage in their games, because engaging would give them evidence to use against you. Instead, I tell you, I rise above. Keep walking with dignity. Let your silence speak where your words would be twisted. Do not defend yourself in the presence of those already influenced by lies, they will not hear you. Defend yourself in the spiritual realm, in prayer, where no plot can overpower the truth of heaven. A moment will come soon when you will feel cornered, as though the walls are closing in. This will be the final push of the enemy to make you step away voluntarily so they can step in without resistance. But I say to you, hold your ground. If heaven has not released you from where you are, no man or woman can remove you without facing the consequences of fighting against divine order. And here is the mystery: though they prepare to replace you, what they do not know is that heaven is preparing to promote you. This replacement is only a transition point. It is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. The shift will look like a loss to everyone watching, but soon after, the truth will unfold and you will be placed in a greater role, with more authority, more influence, and more peace than you have known before. I have seen the end of this chapter. They will inherit the role they schemed for, but it will come with unseen burdens. The very people they convinced to push you aside will begin to see the cracks. Their charm will fade when the weight of responsibility exposes their lack of substance. And when that moment comes, your name will rise again in the mouths of those who once doubted you. Do not waste your energy fighting for what heaven is asking you to outgrow. Instead, prepare yourself for the door that is about to open. The replacement is not the end, it is the announcement that your next season is here. But until then, I warn you, be careful with your words. Speak your plans to no one. Even those who seem harmless may carry information to those who wish to use it against you. Guard your inner circle. Strengthen your spirit. And remember, the one who called you is the one who will establish you again. Hold your head high, for though they are plotting your exit, heaven is plotting your entrance into something far greater. Archangel Michael says, you must listen carefully now, for the hour is already late in this matter, and the plans against you are no longer whispers, they are now written into habits, meetings, and emails. Some have rehearsed the lines they will speak when they finally present the reasons to move you aside. They have collected small moments, pulled them out of context, and framed them like evidence. They have practiced their faces in the mirror, the thoughtful look, the regretful sigh, that this is for the best expression. But I have walked the corridors they will walk, and I have heard the sentences they will try to string together. They do not know that heaven has recorded every motive in light. They do not know that what they are building is a stage A, and the true performance will not be their plan, but heaven's unveiling. You have felt it in your body, a sudden tension in your shoulders when certain footsteps approach, a tightening in your chest as if your spirit is bracing for impact. Do not despise that sense, it is discernment, not dread. It is your spirit's early warning system telling you that the air has changed. When you feel it, do not argue with yourself and call it overthinking. Stop, breathe, and listen. I will show you what to do next. I am teaching you to stand like a mountain in a windstorm, rooted, still, unmoved. There are 3 layers to what is happening. The first is the human layer, ambition, insecurity, and the need for control. Someone believes that if you are removed, their anxieties will quiet down. They imagine that your presence is the reason they feel small. They think dethroning you will cure their restlessness. It will not. The second layer is the organizational layer, shifting priorities, new faces, silent pressures from those who fear change yet perform it for appearance's sake. They want to look decisive without being wise. And the third layer is the spiritual layer, a test permitted by heaven, not to break you, but to reposition you and to expose what has been hidden. If you only judge the first 2 layers, you will waste your breath. But if you perceive the third, you will govern your responses with heaven's calm. Understand this, your calling is larger than any single room, title, or seat. Your true assignment has been stretching its wings behind you for months. You have felt the itch of growth, the strain of old garments, the discomfort of a role that no longer fits though it once felt made for you. The enemy is attempting to weaponize that discomfort and call it failure. But a robe that is too small is not evidence that you are shrinking, it is proof that you are growing. When a seed splits open, it is not dying, it is becoming. I will give you a plan, and you are to follow it precisely. Do not add your own flair, and do not delay. First, protect the gates of your day. Begin the mornings with 4 actions. 1. Remembrance. Speak out loud what heaven has already done for you at specific instances where doors opened, where protection was visible, where provision arrived in unlikely ways. Memory is a sword against manipulation. 2. Renunciation. Quietly release every weight that does not belong to you, the need to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you, the need to correct every rumor, the fear of outcomes you do not control. Put them down each morning as if you were laying stones at the altar. 3. Recommissioning. Assign your hours to purpose. Say, these hands will build, not tear down. This mouth will bless, not curse. These eyes will look ahead, not sideways. Your mouth must go first, because your day will follow your declarations. 4. Refuge. Sit for a moment with no agenda. Silence is not emptiness, it is alignment. In that quiet I will whisper exact instructions, and you will know which message to ignore, which meeting to attend, which conversation to keep short. 2nd, guard your information. Share your plans with no one who has not proven covenant through storms. Not smiles, not compliments, not mutual enemies, storms. If they were not there when you were misunderstood, when you were quiet while others shouted, when you were loyal in a hidden place, then they are not authorized to carry what is next. The strategy against you thrives on leaks. Cut off its oxygen. 3rd, refine your excellence. This is not the time to coast. The enemy wants you distracted, offended, and sloppy. He wants you late, reactive, and vague. You will be early, precise, and consistent. Finish the files. Answer with clarity. Keep promises. Let diligence be your rebuttal. The ones who argue with facts are few, the ones who bow to fruit are many. 4th, relocate your identity. Draw it out of places that can be voted on, and anchor it in what cannot be amended by committee. You are not a position, you are a person with a mandate. If they offer you a smaller place to break your spirit, remember, a throne is a chair unless the one who sits on it carries authority. Bring your authority with you into any room they try to limit you to, and that room will become too small to contain what you carry. 5th, prepare your generosity. This will seem strange, but it is a key. When the pressure rises and their plan enters its final stage, you will quietly bless someone unexpected, not as performance, but as warfare. Give time, help, or resource to a person with no ability to repay you. The enemy cannot compute generosity, it scrambles his algorithms. While they plot to constrict you, you will expand someone else. This tells heaven you are ready for the larger space. Now, about the one who has been positioned to replace you. I will speak without malice but with precision. They are gifted, yes, but not seasoned. They move fast, but they do not know what they do not know. They have learned how to be seen, they have not learned how to be trusted. Their strength is optics, your strength is outcomes. In a quiet moment they wonder if they are ready, and then they drown that doubt with performance. Do not despise them. Do not fear them. Do not mentor them into your own displacement, but do not poison yourself with resentment. Stand clean. If you remain clean, heaven will handle the exposure without you lifting a finger. If you become bitter, you will have to learn to be clean again before the exposure can serve you. Stay clean, it is faster. The day of the announcement, and yes, there will be an announcement of some kind, whether formal or implied, you must hold your posture. You will feel a surge of heat in your face and a gravity in your stomach. Breathe. Look neither wounded nor triumphant. Ask no one for private explanations, you will receive public vindication later. Move quietly with grace, and execute your work as if the announcement never touched you. This is not denial, it is discipline. The way you behave in that first hour will echo in rooms you are not in. I will also tell you of 2 signs that will appear to you shortly, so that you will know I am in this with you. The first, a message from someone you have not heard from in a long time, carrying words of life you did not expect to need. They will not know why they reached out that day. I will. The second, a problem appears that only your experience can solve, and the new cannot fix it though they try with confidence. You will speak 2 sentences and the knot will untie. Do not gloat, simply solve it and move on. These signs are not for them, they are for you, to steady your steps. You are worried about timing, how long this valley will last, how long you must hold your tongue, how long you must endure rooms that feel colder than they used to. Hear me, this is a short test with long rewards. The enemy is betting on your impatience. He is hoping you will push open a door one day before heaven turns the handle. He is hoping you will post what should be prayed, that you will vent what should be vaulted, that you will forfeit what should be finished. Do not help him win. Your restraint is your weapon. There is also a practical instruction: organize your records. Gather proofs of your contributions, outcomes, and agreements, say not for argument but for order. When the right door opens, you will not stumble through it searching for what you should have prepared in peace. Summaries, milestones, results, bring them into one place. Order is magnetic, it draws the next assignment to you. And to the fear that still lingers add a quiet question: what if I am truly replaced? What if I am no longer wanted? I answer you now with force: you are wanted by the one who authored your days. A man's no cannot cancel a heavenly yes. A table that refuses you cannot starve you. Heaven will seat you in a place the fearful cannot follow. I will not allow your story to be written by jealousy. I will not allow your legacy to be edited by insecurity. I will not allow your gift to be caged by those who learned influence but never learned integrity. You will feel the temptation to prove yourself, to show them, to convince them, to perform for them. Resist it. You are not auditioning for what already belongs to you in destiny. Your proof will be in your fruit, not in your arguments. The same people who question you now will come back later with softer steps and careful words. Do not gloat, lift your eyes to the horizon. Your increase is not revenge, it is assignment. I will say something tender now: allow yourself to grieve what is changing. Do not pretend that shifts do not sting. The ache you feel is not weakness, it is evidence that you cared, that you poured, that you built with your heart and not just your hands. Cry if you must, but do not curse your season. Wipe your face and continue. Courage is not the absence of tears, it is the choice to keep moving while they dry. When the appointed door opens, and it will not come with trumpets. It will appear ordinary at first, wrapped in work, disguised as responsibility. Take it. Inside that work is a key, and behind that key is a room filled with the very things you thought you lost. I am already there, preparing space, mending alliances you have not yet met, arranging schedules where your peace and power can coexist. You will not have to shrink to fit. You will expand and still feel rested. Remember these closing charges and keep them near, a sense stay unprovoked. Your quiet disarms their spectacle. A sense stay excellent. Your consistency dismantles their accusation. A sense stay generous. Your open hand keeps your spirit free. A sense stay listening. Your next instruction will not be shouted, it will be whispered. A sense stay ready. Keep your bag packed with skills, summaries, and courage. The moment they think they have settled the matter, I will unsettle it. The moment they say, "It is done," I will reply, "It has only begun." The moment they rehearse how they will explain your absence, I will write a story that requires your presence elsewhere. And when those who watched from a distance retell this season, they will say, "We thought they were being pushed out. We did not realize they were being called up." Lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. Look forward. A great calm is coming to you even before the circumstances change, and that calm will be the first miracle. Then the doors will open, and that will be the second. And the third will astonish even you. The very thing you once begged to keep, you will freely lay down because what heaven places in your hands will be so much greater. Walk with me. Speak when I nudge, and be silent when I still your tongue. Work steadily. Sleep deeply. Bless your enemies from a distance and keep your heart unentangled. You are not being erased, you are being rewritten in larger letters. You are not being demoted, you